The past 48 hours has been an absolute whirlwind. Moved all of our stuff out of Nashville, and it's been just crazy the past couple of days.
And this whole month we are going to be spending the entire time finishing up planning our wedding, renovating this camper, and moving our whole lives into the camper, and whatever is not going in the camper is going to be going into a storage unit, and it is just a disaster in the house.
Yeah, so first things first, we got to organize all of our stuff, get it in a storage unit, make sure that we have all the things in the camper that we're going to need, and then we got backsplash, curtains, and a bunch of other little projects that we're doing. So yeah, without any further ado, I'm Jack.
I'm Morgan.
And this is Mac on the Road. Big day today. We're gonna do some organization of the boxes and all the stuff. We have work, and then probably just unload some stuff, do some stuff with the camper. But I do want to show you guys her office versus my office this week. We're kind of just taking over her parents' house right now, so take a look at this. Checking out your office setup. Look at that.
With my Travis Kelce TikToks up.
Travis Kelce TikToks. Yes, this is. This is the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce era. We've got a desktop on the kitchen counter. And the what?
The disaster that is your setup.
I think disaster might be an understatement. So, here's mine. Got this white subway tile, little off-white subway tile that we got from Amazon. These are just peel and stick tiles that we'll be able to throw on the backsplash and make it look a little bit more homey. All right, so first things first, we readied the wall, put some alcohol on it. It's been drying.
This one.
The inaugural piece. Ba-bum! Morning, everyone. What I'm gonna be doing is working on this backsplash that we have going on here. And as you can tell, a lot of stuff is just kind of strewn about. So I'm working on organizing some things when I'm working to the store, getting some storage bins, but this is the project for today for sure. Ouch. Got my coffee, I got my task. Insert work montage. That didn't last too long because I have no idea where my measuring tape is. Love that. Boom. So I was really behind. I went a little ham tonight, and this doesn't look like much, but I'm not insanely good at this, and it turned out pretty well. Finished this detailing spot over here too, and I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, but this needs to get done. This is gonna suck. All these little under the window pieces, and then that part there, and then there. Would you look at that? Finally finished the backsplash. Looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy with it. Just had to throw some caulk down there on the bottom as a little finishing touch, but really, really happy with how this turned out. Next on the agenda, I have 2 little projects that I need to get done today. So let's get to it. Being out in the snow and just really out in the boonies, I wanted to make sure that we had these traction boards. These were cheap, probably like 60 bucks on Amazon. But if you don't know what they do already, basically you have to dig out the snow or the mud or the dirt or whatever it may be that your truck is stuck in. You just shove that under the tire and then you start spinning the wheels on that so it actually has some traction. They take up a ton of space though. Not really a great place for them in the garage part of the camper. So what I'm gonna try to do is mount these and using the vertical space that I have in the bed. And I don't have one of those like super expensive cages that a lot of those overlanding guys have. This is a poor man's traction board mount. But basically, I got a couple of these little D-rings right here, and then a bunch of these tarp straps. So I wanted something rubber so it wouldn't move around. But I'm pretty sure this will do the trick. It's not that heavy, and I just need something to kind of pin it up there. And yeah, I'll show you the finished product after. We'll see how this goes drilling into the side of the bed. I've never done this before, and I really didn't do that much research on it either, so we'll see how this goes. Not gonna lie, those the bottom D-rings seem like not as sturdy as the top ones. I was kind of expecting that because I think the plastic might be a little bit thinner, but moment of truth. Well, I mean, they're staying. You know, I don't really see these going anywhere. I will say, however, this the one down here, it's pulling a little bit. So I'd be curious to see how this holds up on a real bumpy road or something like that. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with how that's sitting right there. These ones are staying on pretty strong. These ones feel just fine. All right, mission accomplished. My thought is, if those bust off and I have to drill another hole or tape it on and figure it out, that's still better than having to buy some, you know, $1,000 overlander cage that I have to put up all my stuff. I'm not saying that I wouldn't do that right now. I just don't have the money for it. So yeah, little poor man's traction board mount worked out just fine for now. I don't know if you can see this or not, but we're gonna put a cat hole right there. We have this little, I guess a porthole. This is actually made for a boat, but we thought this would be a perfect little way for Lou, the cat, to get to her litter box, which will be in the garage. So out in the garage, I'm not gonna have another one, but just for like a visual, it'll be right about here, and then all this stuff will be moved, and this is where Cat's litter box is gonna go. Whoa. Safety first. Got that first hole cut. Looking good. And here's a moment of truth. Making sure this actually fits. Boom. Here, all we need left is to cut this out really quick, and then we should be good. And there is the last piece. Check this out. Boom. A little cat hole for her to escape to. Okay, last thing left to do is to screw this little portion in to the wall using these little bad boys, and should be done. The only thing that I'll have left to do after that is just kind of seal this off, make sure that it's not too sharp. Make sure that this is nice and pretty, and we'll put some foam insulation or something in here so she doesn't get her foot stuck or anything like that. Threw some finishing touches on here. I have a little bit of carpet that I added, and I also threw in some foam insulation below this, so like if you press down it's solid and loose paw won't come through. And then check it out, you can just go right on through and all the cat stuff will be right here. Hey everybody, Jack here. Thank you to everybody that watched. Morgan and I have a ton of stuff planned, and that be upgrades to the camper, just some adventures that we're gonna go on here in Florida. So it's gonna be super helpful, especially starting off, to make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Mom, if you're watching this, there's a little bell at the bottom. You click that and you'll know every single time that we post. I'm gonna be posting every single Tuesday. There might be a little lull in the action for the wedding, but I'll be sure to make sure that there's tons of content out there for you guys to follow along in all of our travels. And just wanted to say thank you for watching, and there's more to come.